That works.
All right, Snerdcast, back at it again. We're here. We're down a man.
Down one single man, one
Yeah,
Shnerd.
Will's using up all sick days early, man. So
I know, right? I don't know. The state of California's labor board laws are pretty strict on this, Will.
right, we are legit business. But yeah, so Will's not here. Try to get Cameron to come, and funny.
I forgot what happened with it.
He told me to hit him up a couple weeks ago. It was my birthday.
He was just busy, huh?
Yeah, I had a kickback and I had a few people over, and him and Trinidad. I told him, I was like, "You guys want to come through?" It's all, like they both got a little intimidated when I was like, "It's little."
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh,
Well, that's kind of far.
Yeah. But yeah, it's funny because Trinidad, I hit him up today, and he hit me back, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm down to come." Like he's wanting to come.
Dude, he's welcome. Yeah, he's welcome here, dude.
But like when I talked to him about it, and then when I hit him up today, I told him I was like, "We're gonna go to Josh's house," and he never texted me back.
Yeah,
I
he's
was
like, "Fuck that dude,
okay.
Josh." Man.
But
It's funny when he hit up Keith one time, and he was like, "Dude, have you ever heard Josh's music before?" And Keith was like, "Yeah, dude, I hear it all the fucking time." And he was like, "Josh is actually pretty good." I was like, "Man, Trinidad, you need to kick it more, bro." Fucking Trinidad James.
I know because I went out, I guess last Thursday to go out with my sister, and we kind of like celebrated. It was the day before my birthday.
Oh, awesome.
And we...
You had a good time, right?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We ended up going to a couple bars out around Sacramento, and it was fun. But towards the end, I don't know, I was really drunk.
Is that the night you text me when you were like, "It's only 10:30 and I'm in downtown Sac and I
Yeah,
already fucked up"?
yeah.
That's right, dude. That's right. I felt bad. I didn't text back because I was like, I'm kind of drunk too. I don't want to.
Later on that night, my fucking dumbass drunk ass. And then I kind of don't remember anything after that. And I remember some blonde dude walked up to me and he was hella mad. But I, knowing my drunk ass, I was probably saying some witty, stupid shit.
Oh, I feel it. I feel it. No, I know what you mean.
And then he was like all up in my face, and I just remember saying something to him. And then, because we're at the bar, and I walked back because there were seats behind the bar, and I sat there, and I was just sitting there licking my lips, looking at him.
You're like, "Let's go,
I was
motherfucker."
I was just like licking my lips. You just made my night, motherfucker. But that's not even me. Like I'm not like that.
No,
So-
no, I know you are.
And then the bouncer hella saw what was happening. He walked up and he was like, I don't know if like I was being crazy or like really crazy, but I believe I was. But he told me, he just tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave." And I was like, "Okay, thank you, man. Like at least you're being nice about it. You're not being a fucking dick." I was like, "Thank you. Like thanks for being nice." And I walked out, and then they all came out. And we're all laughing and just talking because it's like 1 o'clock at this point, and we're just talking about going home. And dude walks out. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Dude walks out, but his homegirls are with him, and they're like talking to him and everything. And he keeps on turning around. Like I was just staring at him because I was like, I'm not about to leave my back to this fool.
Yeah,
so I was just like,
no,
I was like
dude,
standing,
stupid.
like I was like looking to the left, and just making sure nothing was gonna happen. Nothing happened, but
No, good.
and the girls were like, calm down, tell him to calm down and everything. And my sister was like, why are you being an asshole? And I was like, hey, just let him be. Like, I got this. Like, if anything happens, I got this.
Yeah. Fucking A.
And then my fucking asshole ass, though, he ended up going back. They calmed him down, went back inside. And before he walked inside, he turned around and mean mugged me, and I gave him a big ass smile.
Dude, winning.
I know,
Winning, bro. Fuck
I gotta
yeah.
be careful though, dude. I can't be doing that shit. I'm
Dude.
getting older and shit.
I'll tell you right now. You've heard the story. You've heard it a couple times.
I got
Ever since I was walking home that day and those kids tried to run me over, and that kid almost fucking died, bro. He almost
Goddamn.
lost his life, dude. I take it way more serious about it, where it's like to the point where now when I'm walking around here at night and like going to the store or whatever, people have this habit of being fucked up and going, "Who are you?" And it's,
Jesus.
dude, and I realized that ever since that moment with those guys, those kids, they were in 3 deep in that car. It's like, ever since then, I've been so much more cautious to the point where I'm like, when someone gets like that, I am like, shit's going right there right away.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, there is no in between anymore. Where I'm
Exactly,
like,
dude.
stay back, we don't know each other like that. Let's just not be enemies. Let's be cool. Like, say, hey, what's up? And I'm going to be like, hey, what's up? Like, I guarantee it. But if you're going to be like, who are you? Yeah. I'm going to be the first one, like you said, I'm going to smile, bro. Because you're making my fucking night when it's like, I'm not, none of us are trying to make things violent ever. Yeah. Wherever we go, I don't think we've ever been
I don't know what happened. Like, he had to have said something to me to make me be like, okay, I'm not.
Yeah, dude.
Because I was happy the whole night. Yeah. I was dancing. I think I was talking to his girlfriend.
And that just kind of upset him.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he probably said something, and I probably said something back. I was stupid. Mind you, before we went out, I drank like a 6-pack.
I remember.
My sister didn't even tell me. She was like, "Oh, we're gonna go out. Like, you want to go out for your birthday?" And I was like, "Sure."
Fuck it, yeah. Fuck it, dude. That's the problem though nowadays. Is like, I hate to bring up a horrible person during this, but we won't get in trouble for this. But Little Xan, the rapper, right? He said during an interview one time with No Jumper, No Jumper's Adam 22. He said that it's weird nowadays. Kissing almost isn't cheating. It's almost like our generation has a different level of
what cheating is.
What is anything? Yeah. Like, what is dating? What is cheating? Right? So when you go out now, and it's like, I don't think compliments are as offensive as they used to be to someone in a relation. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, because now when I see people, I see that happen all the time, where a boyfriend will get the wrong impression, and it's like, dude, there's no interest here. I'm not trying to get it, or I'm like kicking it with my family. Like,
well, to be fair, I was probably trying to be hella stupid, and
but it doesn't matter though. When in this generation now, it's like you either know that and you're in the wiser, or you don't, and you're the guy who's getting smiled at by the fucking potential crazy person outside of the club. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, I've been there though. I've been to the club where like I was with my girlfriend and her friends, and dudes like literally try to grind up on her in front of me, and all I do. And she knows, like, she just gets closer to me, and we just start dancing together.
See, it's a collaboration, though.
Yeah.
That's different when the person acts individually.
If my girl was, like, getting into it, I'd be like, okay, I wouldn't say fuck that. I'd say fuck that guy. Yeah. But I'm also saying fuck you to the girl. You know?
Like, that's different. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, get off her if she's dancing on you.
It's a collaboration, dude. It's a collaboration effort to be an asshole and bitch, and to be, like, protective and be like, no, dude, you're being too much. You need to back up. And when someone acts on their own, as like, it seems like that guy kind of was like, he was kind of like,
but then
I'm gonna go out.
I don't remember. But
I mean, you said that.
I wasn't. I mean,
I'm defending the blackout. I'm a good lawyer, guys.
Blackout.
I'm just kidding. I know. I'm just kidding.
This guy was white, by the way.
He's like, I remember.
He just looked like those or something like that, like somebody from like, you know what I mean, one of those places.
You know that there's a difference between hood and a little bit more money.
Yeah. I might bleep out the city
we might go back all the way. This might not be in there, but if you're lucky enough to hear this is a great fucking educational experience.
Oh, dude, it's funny because
go visit. By the way, I like going to the outlets is one of the chillest places to go and have dinner, lunch.
It's beautiful
shop,
out there.
And it's hella pretty. Even the McDonald's out there is balling.
I know, hella nice.
Hella nice. Like, I love it. Beautiful. Their playpen is like, they clean each individual ball in the playpen.
Yeah. Everybody's just gorgeous there.
Gorgeous. Like, they walk around like Egyptian gods.
Even the guys are like, damn, no wonder that guy has that fucking girl.
Yeah, you're like, damn, man, why am I not him?
But I just came back from Idaho.
Did you?
Idaho. Yeah. What? Yeah, I went to a family wedding.
It was up there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know it was up
crazy. there. We weren't even supposed to go because it was on my birthday, but...
So, just so they know, Ben was sneaking Coronas.
Oh, yeah.
He was sneaking Coronas?
It wasn't so sneaky because we take him out of the... But
he was sneaking.
It was literally, I mean,
I heard
it's country.
Yeah.
So it's just nothing but Coors.
Yeah, they understood, yeah.
I drank a lot of tequila that night, though.
Did you? Yeah, was it fun?
I was the only one. I'm pretty sure I was the only one drinking tequila. Yeah, it was fun. First, I mean, it's a country wedding. It's haystacks you sit on, and there's horses.
That's kind of cool, though. That's different from what you're used to, right? From out here.
Just so you know, for people who live in California and Idaho, it's completely different. I mean,
NorCal.
I mean, NorCal to SoCal, let alone Sacramento to Frisco, there's a completely different energy and like It's
Yeah,
not
despite the stereotypes, California is all not, hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
Like, it's not the same in every
And I
area.
guess
You're right.
for people, it's a red, California's a blue state and Idaho's a red state. So
Oh, shit.
there's gonna be
went there.
big subtleties. No weed.
Oh,
Weed's not
shit.
legal out there. We were gonna bring some stuff on the plane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
not legal.
man.
Nope.
That's crazy.
You know what it
didn't
is?
that.
If you have 3 ounces, fucking 10 years and like $100,000 fine.
In Idaho, don't go to Idaho with weed, people.
Don't, please.
Don't, please. No
Anything less
Shners.
anything less than that is a possible
Prescription
year,
Xanax is okay.
right?
That's
a possible year in jail and $1,000 fine.
Oh my god, I wish we
Community.
had a picture of my
No,
face
not
right
a
now.
year in jail. Sorry, a year of community service. If
That's
I remember
just as
correctly.
bad.
Yes. So like
I'd
if
be
you had
so
an
mad.
ounce, half ounce, something like that, you probably get like $1,000 fine. But if
Oh,
you
I'd
had an
be
ounce,
so
you
mad.
probably have to do a year of community service. Yeah, but it's really country. Even the driving, people drive hella slow out there,
Oh, do it carefully. They're patient.
Yeah.
They're patient.
and everything's just farmlanded. Because we landed in Boise, and I mean,
I've been to
you've been to Colorado, though.
I've been to
huh?
Idaho once. I've been to Idaho once too on the bus.
On the
when,
bus?
when I was 15, remember I went up to
Yeah.
go do music stuff up in Colorado.
Yeah.
We stopped off. That bus route, people are probably listening and they're going like, that doesn't make any sense. What the fuck? Just so you know.
You do have to go through Idaho to get to the Rockies, huh?
But, yeah, but
Or-
also my bus trip was lightweight stupid. Like, it went from Sacramento downtown to LA, then to fucking Las Vegas, and then towards Colorado. And we went towards the ass end of Colorado, meaning Boulder. Yes. Talking about all you
How
folks.
was that place? I was listening to
Boulder's like...
Is it beautiful?
It's lightweight drug capital of
Really?
Denver. Like, it's so weird because you hear it and you're like, oh, it's kind of not like what you would think. Nah. All you folk out there are selling drugs. Like,
Goddamn.
I love it. Like, I love your guys' hustle out there.
That just lets me
they
know
have a
'cause-
hustle out. They have a hustle out there. But it is
there like a-
beautiful. It is
there a
beautiful.
Good and bad part, like pretty much everywhere.
I can't speak on Boulder because I don't want to pretend to know like which side of the city's like you're gonna get a better value from and which side of the city you might have a little trouble in.
Yeah.
But I will say the general city has its beauties.
Yes.
Denver's the same way. It's like
I always wanted to visit Denver. I
if
don't
you
know
ever
why.
go to Denver, you know the weirdest thing about Colorado is this is why I said this about Boulder. With Colorado, when I went to Denver, I realized something. The most popular places are the places I fucking hated the most. There's this place called, so my great grandfather used to own his own like refrigeration repair company that turned into a kind of like utility company or something. So he was kind of like better off, right?
Yeah.
And they used to go to this golf course in Colorado. It was like Cherrywood or Cherry Creek or Cherry something. Everybody's gonna be like, "Fuck you, get that right."
Get it right.
All the kids that were the inspiration for the preps behind Bully.
I saw you playing that game, by the way.
Yeah, I do. I love that game. So you go there, and it's kind of like, oh, this place is pretty, like artificially. It feels like everything is pretty here because it was made to be pretty.
Yeah.
And then you go downtown to these nitty gritty areas where homeless are kind of like more a common thing, and
Yeah.
you get it, and all of a sudden you get this certain kind of beauty from there that's like 100 times better. So that's why I said what I said about Boulder, where I was like, I'm not going to pretend to know which side is the better
Yeah.
side, but know that the whole vicinity of Colorado, you're going to find beauty even in the most cringiest areas.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. It's just like that in Utah.
Yeah.
Utah is like it feels like there's nothing, and then a snowstorm happens
It's
or
not like
something.
Nevada where it's literally nothing.
Nothing, and it's
Desert.
hot all the
Yeah.
time. But you'll find something nice even there, because when I went to Las Vegas and people have heard my joke stories about blind guys walking up to me,
Dude,
and hey, that place is crazy.
I love that place. I want to go back. The funniest story I ever
See,
had.
that's
from
what's great about Vegas. Vegas is Sin City.
I remember it was my sister's birthday, and it was my birthday, and I paid for 4 shots of tequila, and I remember it was like, I just spent 50 shots, because it was 4 double shots, I should say, so it was like $50, like $10 a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember taking that shot. Some people left a VIP table, and they're like, we still got some time on this, like, take it over. We're like, fuck yeah. So we had a VIP table, and then we went to go start dancing, and all I remember is waking up in the bed and be like, where the fuck am I? My brother-in-law told me, he was like, dude, you were killing it last night. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, dude, you started dancing with these girls, and then I looked over and you were gone, and then I looked around and I saw you were dancing with this girl with red hair, and she had a big-ass booty, and you're just like, rocking with her booty? I was like, oh, what the fuck? I don't remember that.
That's hella funny, dude. I love it, man. Vegas brings out the worst in us.
It does. It's what I call Sin City, dude.
No, Vegas is beautiful. Vegas, the strip, if you take off all the bullshit stripper cards and all the bullshit that goes on there. Yeah, if you take off the face.
No, buffets.
Buffets, yeah, my bad.
The food and everything.
Yes,
I'm obsessed with that stuff, so.
No, you're right. If you go into what matters, the food, the situation,
I was like, oh shit.
He's like, I
thought it was gonna fall.
Yeah, he's like, I know how to open this motherfucker.
I know, right?
But if you go to Vegas for food and stuff, and you go there for really just meeting people and not having any expectations of who you're gonna meet, like that doesn't mean just imagine you're gonna meet the worst people. If you just go there to meet people, you get a really fantastic view of life from that place. It's the same in Colorado.
People from all over.
You said you went to Idaho. Right?
Yeah.
And you
there's not people from all over the world.
No. But you get a great view of the countryside, which is what
definitely
started this conversation.
Yeah.
And I think
every fucking
every
podcast.
episode, man, we have squeaky fucking double O Ben, dude. Double O squeak.
Double O squeak. I like that.
No, dude, but I think I would like to visit Idaho. I think it seems like it's a pretty place from what you're describing, and like getting just to drink with different people, it seems like kind of nice.
No, Idaho was cool though. It's funny though because those people who were always like talking about like the cowboys, like they literally all had cowboy hats. Everybody had a big ass belt buckle. Just fucking. I felt like I was overdressed.
Texas.
I had some like nice like church pants, like a vest, like a big vest, so like a sweater.
Oh hell yeah!
Button up shirt, and I go there and these people are just wearing like regular, just tight button up t-shirts with jeans and boots and big ass belt.
You felt a little out of place.
Not just out of place. I was like, I feel overdressed. I could have just worn my jeans. Everybody's wearing jeans. I didn't have to bring my dress pants. And all the country women. I'm not gonna lie. Country women,
beautiful,
dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Beautiful.
Shout out to the women in Idaho.
They love their fucking dresses because all of them, like the majority of them, that were from Idaho. Because some people came from other places, like California. I guess somebody came from from Wyoming. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but
it's right next to Colorado.
That's probably like an 8 hour, 9 hour.
Yeah, it's like they get whiteout blizzards in Wyoming more commonly. It's like super close to Colorado, but it's like it's almost like 800 miles down.
I don't think people realize how big California is.
It's big.
Like places like California, Texas.
That's why it's so monumental when you see in movies when a natural disaster happens and California breaks off. That's why it's so monumental. Like it's like holy shit! If California disappeared from the United States, they'd lose a good chunk of land.
It's always LA, so we'll be okay.
Yeah, dude, we'll get NorCal. You know what I mean? Like we're part of Nevada practically.
But back to the Idaho thing. Before I forget, they always act like big tough cowboys, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
it's like
yeah.
But when it comes down to it, they all get emotional and stuff. When they all did their speeches, only one guy, and that's because like I'm gonna keep it short because I'm gonna cry. All of them cried during their speech.
Yeah, they're like, we didn't cry during our wedding.
I'm a man.
I'm a man. I got a shotgun in my Chevy.
It's like that Pablo Francisco thing, and he was like,
I was
take
just watching.
First step. Treat like a lady and second step. Spend your money, get no pussy.
Dude, I was just watching him the other day, and like his funniest thing is how insulting he is to that city in Irvine, California. Hey, Irvine, I got my hair cut like I'm from Irvine, and when he said that, you really get a definition of how Irvine really is.
No, it's true because my girlfriend's sister's ex-boyfriend worked for Blizzard.
Oh yeah.
So he's making like $100 an hour or something.
Yeah, fuck yeah, he is. Yeah.
And he moved out there, And I was like, there you go.
Irvine, bro. Irvine.
He was making like $80,000-$90,000 a year, probably more, and fucking living out in Irvine.
Oh my god, dude. Pablo Francisco.
Fucking sweater drive-bys.
Hell
Yeah, this is all Pablo Francisco stuff, so just...
Yeah, dude, everybody look him up. He's fucking amazing.
He's awesome.
He hasn't done a lot of comedy in a long time, though.
Yeah.
I looked him up recently, but...
He used to have a podcast for like a year, but he stopped, but that was like 2000.
I was watching somebody, I won't pretend to remember which one of my favorite podcasts it was, but they brought him up, and they were like, this was the time when Pablo Francisco was doing his thing, and I was like, I had like a moment of nostalgia where I was like, I gotta listen to all of his. Yeah, he's like, and she's in the fucking club, like, how are you?
Yeah, the fucking tongue ring.
The tongue ring, yeah.
Tongue ring,
dude, oh my god, yeah, look him up. He's an amazing comedian, a Mexican comedian who's like,
he has
beast.
Ouch is a good one.
Ouch is an okay one, but the main one, I can't remember the name of.
I think it's Bits and Pieces.
Bits and Pieces or something. Yeah, you know, I think you're right. Bits and Pieces.
He had another one. I forget what it was called, but it was on Netflix for a while. But they took it down probably because he just kind of so outdated now.
Yeah, he
It was
drilled.
like 2011 or 2010. So if you want to look any of his stuff up,
have you looked up? Do you know who Anthony Jeselnik is?
Yeah, I used to watch his show. He used to have a show.
Bro.
He had 2 shows.
He did. He had one
Comedy
where.
Central.
Yeah, he did. He had one that.
Jeselnik Effect or something like that.
Yeah. That's the one where he made the shark joke about Australia, the guy who had gotten attacked by the shark. And Australia was like, you're not playing this shit ever. If you got to take it off the air. And they were like, either you fire everybody and keep it, or you take it off the air and everybody's okay. And he was like, fuck everybody. But no, it was a joke in his comedy special.
Yeah, I never really. I heard about him.
He's fucking dope.
I haven't heard anything.
He's dope. He used to date Amy Schumer. Fun little fact there.
Wow.
He used to date her, I believe. And then he has 2 comedy specials on Netflix. His newest one just came out, and it's fucking great. He was also just on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah. It's funny enough you said that because I was listening to it on the way over the Joe Rogan podcast on the way over here. With
Which one?
The Brendan Shredd.
Oh, Brendan Schraub. Brendan Schraub or whatever.
I like it when he's on there, and I love reading the YouTube comments.
Have you seen... Do you want to... Okay, so did you like him? Like as an individual on here?
Bravo, the Eddie Bravo.
Bro, no. Hold on. Brendan Schraub. Or Shop, or we're butchering his name. We're butchering it. We get it. Yeah, we get it. I watch a lot of fucking podcasts.
Yeah.
So watch him with Theo Vaughn, bro. Dude. They are the best together, dude. When they sit there and diss each other, it's like they go. There's this one clip of them on the internet where they go for like I want to say like a good solid 10 minutes. Where they're just dissing each other, and they're like, "You look like Joe Dirt. You look like," and it's like. I love that because that shows like a connection between those two.
He literally he was literally just talking about that on the podcast I was listening to. That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude, it's great. I love their chemistry on fucking set.
I know, you wouldn't think they would hang out. It's like if you don't know who both these guys are, Theo's like a little scrawny, like country-looking...
Country white boy with a little bit of hood. He's a comedian. Yeah. Brendan Schraub used to be a UFC fighter.
Just so you know...
He's a comedian and podcaster now.
Theo's idea of diversity, he said on the Joe Rogan podcast last time he was on there, he's like, Bakersfield's really diverse. It's like, what the fuck? Bakersfield is in the middle of nowhere. That's the most countryest place.
But hey, you want to hear a crazy fact about him? His dad, I'm going to butcher this fact, but his dad is like Norwegian. Did you know that? Yeah, you want to look it up real quick? Yeah. Oh, not Norwegian. His dad was Nicaragua, from Nicaragua. Nicaragua. Oh my god.
His dad?
Yeah, dude.
What?
I'm not fucking around with you. I told you it's a fucking... He's like not white, bro.
He's from Nicaragua?
Nicaragua. Yeah, dude, look. Right there. Look. Nicaragua.
He's from Nicaragua?
And he was 70 years old when Theo was born. 70!
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, that's why I was like, dude, Theo Vaughn's not a bitch, bro. Like, he knows, dude.
I think he's talked about it.
He has a bunch. Yeah, that's how I know that fact, yeah. He's not a fucking little white boy. Like, his dad was actually a 70-year-old pimp.
That's crazy, dude.
No, yeah, he was old as fuck and fucking not from America.
So you want to try to get on track or you want to keep on going?
Yeah, dude, jump on track.
I mean, this is loosely based, dude, because I didn't write anything because nothing's happened. Nothing's happened in the last couple weeks.
Wait. Do you want to do
gen console stuff that's been coming out.
Is there anything I could look up?
The new PS4, or it's like I think it's the PS5 actually, not PS4. What I'm talking about.
AMD.
When did that just come out? Is
that came out a day ago?
Yeah.
Right,
this is the one, dude. I think the PS5 insane speed right there at the bottom, below the third video.
Right here?
Above it.
Right here?
Yeah.
Writing's not that easy.
So I kind of seen this earlier, Josh, and I wanted to know what you thought about it. About like what's if you think this is like legit, or if they're just kind of trying to show the specs of the
new model. Oh, I don't know what you were doing there, Ben. I wish we had that on camera where he almost ruined a fucking $800 computer. Woo! Girl. Alright. He did ruin it. He spilled a little.
It's all
bit,
over the
girl.
place.
It is. It's all over the place. So this is the PS4 Pro.
Yeah, this is the current gen.
Yeah.
This is what we're seeing, and they're gonna do a comparison. So this is, I guess, they're pushing the console to the limits.
Under development, though, it says under the next generation. But it looks smooth. Holy shit!
It's way smoother.
Holy shit! Is that real?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's what I was thinking. Like, is that real, or are they just kind of like trying to?
Wait, are they gonna show more game footage?
This is what they're doing right here. They're
so this is the PS4.
How long it takes for it to like kind of generate like
Holy
the load times.
Fuck! It's like.
So you see the load time is 83 seconds compared to.
It
just loaded
10 seconds.
It loaded all those areas.
No, it's 0.83. It's microseconds.
Yeah.
It's 83 microseconds.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so compared to 8 seconds compared to 83 microseconds.
Oh, I see. So the normal footage is actually slowed down to show out draw speed in the distance. And then the new footage is showing how fast it can actually go without having to draw anything.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
In layman's terms would be like loaded up.
Yeah, the time it takes a scene or a frame to load is much faster on the new gen. Holy shit.
Yeah. And that's currently under development, as they say.
Oh my god, so it's going to get better.
So
there's going to be things they fix that they're noticing.
This is where I kind of want to like branch off from here. So we saw kind of that. That's like pretty much what they're showing. I don't think there's anything out for the Xbox. I don't know if you want to maybe try to look that up if there's any Xbox footage.
Let's look it up. Alright, new Xbox console. Xbox 2. The future of game streaming. I don't like that one bit.
Yeah, me neither. What's the...
So it's known as the Xbox Scarlet.
Scarlet, I
so
like that.
Now I've heard...
I mean, they'll probably
now
change,
that reminds me of something. So I heard a rumor about this. The Xbox Scarlet is going to be what the last generation of the Xbox One did, where it had no disc drive. It was a digital console. They released one that was like that, right?
Yeah.
So the Xbox Scarlet is supposed to be a console without a disc drive. The new one. There's going to be no disc. It's going to all be digital.
Okay.
So I'm curious if they're going to hit it out of the park and say, hey, by the way, all you people that have an Xbox One, Xbox 360, Xbox Original,
yeah,
with a digital disc drive, if you guys have save files, it's about to be Final Fantasy up in this bitch, Final Destination.
Just so people know this is a train.
We'll just be sitting here.
It just sounded like it just crashed and killed everybody on the freeway.
It'll be more like, then it'll be like, hey, you want to be quiet for a second so we can wait for this train to go by? And then you'll just hear, it'll go through the house.
I mean, I got scared. You should. My eyes like popped out of my head. But keep on going about that.
So I'm curious to see if they're going to hit it out of the park and say, hey, by the way, anybody with a disc collection is going to be able to download all their save files via the new console, the new gen, and be able to have everything just based on save files.
Well, I hope you're able to just import your profile and just, you know what I mean, like you're saying, just have everything.
I hope so, because keep your points and stuff. That'd be sick. That's the best part about Xbox. Lighter?
Yeah. I think PlayStation might have had the same thing. I don't know. We're not PlayStation
Nowadays,
guys,
yes,
so.
not back then, no.
So we saw all that stuff with the zooming in, the faster rendering time, all that stuff. What do you think is going to be like for like future games? Do you think that's just going to be better processing power, or are they going to be able to make bigger maps, bigger? Because I'm not too sure how. I mean, it's definitely going to be on a next level, but at the same time, it's going to be
How next level?
Yeah.
You know what's a good example to use for this conversation is GTA.
There you go.
I think that with the map size thing that you brought up, I think that every game that we see from now on in next gen is going to have two big potentials for selling points. One is the amount of space you're able to explore within a frame or within a scene or within a mission. That's going to be an obvious one. The other one is the amount of space you're going to be able to explore within VR is going to be another thing with next gen that I'm scared of, but I'm also like, it makes sense because imagine when they start pairing the VR goggles with the controllers that are designed for hand input, so you're just moving around like this, and it's a little bit more basic, but all of a sudden it becomes more fluid and it becomes more smooth because they perfected the controllers now.
Yeah.
And like everybody's trying to mimic the two-hand
Yeah,
separate
the
things. Yeah, that's
like the
awesome.
Wiimote.
But they have not. They're like 10 years off from making that as amazing as it could be. Like holding something.
The Wii kind of had close to it, but I mean,
the Wii was the first. The Wii was like
still had
the
problems.
first.
People were still smacking each other in the face and breaking
throwing
TVs.
controllers through TVs. Yeah, you're right.
The tethers weren't so strong, you know what I mean?
People just forget. They don't put them on and they just throw them through. But like next gen, I think you're right. I mean, I think you're onto something with. Are we going to see an improvement in CPU power? Are we going to see an improvement in GPU?
Because
there is a.
If you think about it, there was a big difference, but not that. Graphics-wise and performance-wise, it was a big leap. But if you think about it, I mean, with a lot of games, it's different. Like maybe Just Cause from 360 to Xbox One, but at the same time, it wasn't a huge leap. You know what I mean? They're able to fix minor things and
No, they didn't make any big differences until
Yeah.
way later. Until they were like, "Oh, we're running out of capabilities." Like we did 4K, but
Because
that was way later after the console came out.
yeah, but you gotta remember too, the last gem that came out, like the big game that came out for the 360 was, and the PlayStation was GTA, and then the next gen consoles got it like a couple years later.
That's true.
And they're like pretty much release titles because they were trying to show off the first person aspect of it.
You're
know
right.
what I mean?
GTA 5 came out on PS3 and
But
Xbox 360.
On Xbox One and 360, graphics wise, there's a huge difference, but at the same time, it wasn't that big of a difference.
No,
But if
not
you want
then.
and you gotta remember PC people, like not like PC players. You gotta remember, like you guys have fucking like we'll say the master. You have the best of the best.
Yeah, you guys can turn everything up to the Maximus. Like that's
Yeah.
no joke. That's
Yeah.
no fucking joke. That's no secret.
So I was wondering, you were saying it. Do you think if it all goes digital, do you think it's just going to be all digital now, or if it's just going to get rid of CDs and all that stuff? Or
You got to imagine all the selling points that it's got to go for a company that sells as many physical copies of games as Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo has.
Yeah.
Imagine all of the games that they've sold physically. It's a lot, right? It's a lot.
True, yeah.
So imagine the selling point for a next gen saying we're going completely gameless. There's no more recycling because there will be nothing to recycle because it'll all be digital. That's a huge selling point.
you know,
So I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that we're gonna see many. If let me put it this way, I'm so sure what I'm saying that if we don't see the elimination of physical CDs by this next generation, we will 100% for sure see them by the next one. I guarantee it. It's a dream if you're thinking, oh, we're going to always have CDs and DVDs. Well, let me tell you, everybody thought the same thing about VHS and cassettes.
That's very true.
And so, like...
You know what I'm scared of, though? If they do that, that they're going to be able to charge full price for a lot of things for a long time. Because, I mean...
What do you mean full price?
So, So there's certain games, so... Like, the new Call of Duty game, just for an example...
Okay.
It's full price, $60 online. But if you want to go to the store and buy, a copy, it's
$60.
cheaper. There's certain there's certain places that have it for.
How does that fucking make any sense?
You go to Amazon, you want to buy it.
It's cheaper.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
But you know what I mean?
You're right. You are right.
Or if you just want to buy a used copy, it's like $5-10 cheaper. You know what I mean? So
no, if you go to fucking Amazon, that's the only thing you needed to say. You can go to anywhere else. If you go anywhere else, if you go anywhere else, you're gonna spend more. If you go to Amazon, you're gonna get a cheaper copy, and you'll probably get a digital copy.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
But that's what I mean, though. It's like I guess you could always buy a digital copy.
Good call.
Yeah. But that's another thing I kind of worry about.
But digital copies are never cheaper on the Microsoft Store and the Sony Network and real stores.
That's what I mean, like compared to like going to the store.
Yeah, you're right.
The Microsoft Store, it's
that pisses me off. Yeah, that's fucking
so if they
crazy.
do that, that's the one thing I'm worried about. Yeah, that's the thing that's one thing I was thinking about. I was kind of worried about them doing is just charging full price as long as they can for games that are like 2-3 years old.
I worry about that myself. I worry about also with the next gen. This is something that I'm scared about. Seriously, actually, like, you know what's gonna piss me off is if they start releasing consoles that are like, oh, you can have a CD drive if you want, but it costs you $75 more. Or if you want a Blu-ray drive,
or a custom kind of
and like you know how like this gen Xbox One. Funny little facts for everybody who has a new Xbox One, but they used to put a fucking cable insert on the back of the Xbox One so you could record your Xbox, so you could record cable TV.
Oh yeah, you have that on your Xbox?
I have that on mine,
hilarious. Oh my god.
So I don't know if they still do that. I'm not going to pretend to know. But what's going to piss me off is that has shown us that they go, okay, well, this is a feature. This is an option.
They charge you extra.
Yeah, so what is it going to mean for later when they realize, oh, our software's so good, it can record gameplay by itself? Are we going to start charging for that? Is that going to be another Xbox console feature, one of the next levels of next gen, where it's like they released the Xbox One and then the Xbox S and then the X.
Yeah.
So with Scarlet, are we going to see the Scarlet and then like the other colors of the rainbow come out?
I know what you mean, because they always do that. They always sell like the beta version,
multiple versions. So why aren't we?
So I always wait until like a year or two before I buy.
It sucks because it shows a rushing. Yeah. It shows them rushing, and it's like, oh man, wouldn't you guys just have released the best? And then released upgrades for it.
It just like when you see those videos, or like you see those lines of people waiting online just so they could get their first copy. And I wonder if those people like buy them and just sell them online or something like that. Just to be like,
I know, right? What I mean? I know.
Or just to be like, I'm the first person.
Day ones.
I guess the people who want to record stuff too, and also be like, oh, I'm the first person.
But for the record, the people that are successful with recording stuff, like we'll give a good example for anybody who hasn't listened. Go check him out, Rad Brad. He does great gameplay footage of him doing playthroughs. Companies send him games all the time, and then he gives those games away free. Yeah. When he's allowed.
That's the thing I do too.
Yeah, that's what I would think would be appropriate. Is you beat the game and go, okay, let's give this to a fan because somebody will enjoy this. Oh shit! I'm gonna fuck this up.
So going back to what we were trying to talk about before we had the fucking bathroom break in.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Some digital copies and everything. So, any games you want to see personally on this next gen console that you want to have like a launch title, or it'll be a game that you're like, PlayStation or Xbox, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna buy that game.
One that we think is gonna be announced for sure, or just one that we'd like to see.
I wrote down a couple. If you just want a couple examples.
Yeah. Please give me examples.
Like for me personally, I'd love to see Halo 6.
We're gonna see that no matter what.
This is a obvious one, GTA.
Okay, yeah, those are two that are for sure good examples, by the way. Yeah, for sure.
Gears of War, God of War, like a last
research, good shit.
A last of game type of us.
These are for sure. So
yeah, like Uncharted.
We're gonna be able to see. Wow.
Yeah, something.
Good
like that.
call, dude. You named like all the ones that are like for sure coming out. Like, I'll put money on it that everything he just named we're gonna for sure see on next gen.
Hopefully,
within the first year.
Hopefully,
dude, within the
or
first
like
2 years.
Or like a Tomb Raider type of game, you know what I mean?
Tomb Raider we'll see in the first 2 years.
Because those are kind of choppy. I'd like to see a really clean game of that.
I know. Have you noticed how sometimes like those gameplay, it's like they ran out of like processing power in their own studio to be able to do more with it. It was like they were like, we could do more right here, but we're gonna revert back to what we've already seen in a new setting.
Yeah, I don't think they ever tried to polish their engine. They just kept on trying to add more to it.
So that's gonna transition. I'll bring up. I'll answer yours. I'll answer yours about which games I'd like to see for sure, because I'm thinking about it. But you know what question I'd like to know? This is a question that we could chop up, put as an individual clip. For the next gen consoles, are we gonna see a new fucking engine for Call of Duty? Dude, this is one Will would love.
I really don't think so.
No, they're just gonna continue it. You think?
They
Even
might.
with better processing power, you think they're just gonna say, "Hey, we're just gonna continue doing what we're doing. It works."
They definitely have the money and the resources to, and if they were smart, they should. I've already started. If not, start right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
If they haven't yet, they're dumb.
Like
that's just a bad.
If it's gonna be like that, I don't know. Cause
so let me ask, what is one? And I'm still thinking about your question because I'm like, that's a good ass question. Where do you want the setting or environment or story to be for the next Call of Duty? To if they were to step up the graphics and change it up completely.
You know what's funny?
Where would you want it to be, and what would the setting or you know what I'm trying to say? Like you know what I'm trying to say. I mean, like what I'm trying to ask.
Oh no, yeah, no. I thought you were trying to ask me another. I thought you were trying to ask me another question. No, I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, thank you.
I would really want them to, and it's funny because they already did it, but reboot it and just call it Modern Warfare and just make a story with
the next gen
and just do something instead of making it with America. Like make like something like original, like America's attacking China, or like not. You know what I mean? Like you're from a different country. Like make it like maybe you're China or like maybe it's North Korea or like maybe you're in Israel or something.
But good idea. And it's just maps based on these
or
awesome
Brazil
locations.
or like because they've done so much stuff.
But come on, I have World War II installed, right?
Yeah.
And I like World War II. I paid full money for it. However, they just reused a lot of old stuff for that game, like they are known to do.
Yeah, I just didn't like what they did with it because they also tried to rewrite.
I know, and
there's
when
no
they
swastikas.
No swastikas. They totally eliminated
did females in the fights with that was like
I know
literally no females.
They kind of rewrote a lot of stuff, and we're not trying to be like, oh, it's got to go the way it went, but like
it's historical fact.
They could have made that game funner by staying historically true to things, and they would have brought in a different audience by doing so. And with Call of Duty, damn, that's a good answer, by the way, about locations, because I'm like, I didn't think about that. But you know what my games of choices would be for the next gen? Besides the obvious, you name the best ones, you need to replay a clip of what all the great things that you had said about where the locations could be for the next Call of Duty, because that was a good one. That guy really have thought of one. So my ideas for the next gen games that I would like to see, and and you also had said all the next gen games that I think were best. So I won't name those ones.
Well, I also said something. What were you going to say?
So the ones that I would like to see, you named all the best ones that are gonna be made. Like I would bet money on what Ben just said all those games are gonna be made. Uncharted. We're gonna see a new God of War. We're gonna see a new Call of Duty. We're gonna see a new Halo. Damn, Ben, you nailed that one on the head. I'm jealous. So. For me, games I would like to see, because I've been playing them lately, one, I want to see a new AVP on fucking next gen, and then do their damn thing. But also, ones that are more popular, from Xbox, the original Xbox, Destroy All Humans, I would like to see a better version of. I'd also like to see a better version of...
Dude, Destroy All Humans is a good one.
I have that installed. We'll check it out later, by the way. I have it installed.
That's a good one.
Also, Gears of War was one that I didn't hear you name. Did you say? You might have said.
I think
you said. I think you said. If I did, I'm still on ideas. That makes sense though in my life. So.
Well, it's funny because you said AVP and I had AVP written down, and then also had Spider-Man.
So Spider-Man, I think if they're gonna do a sequel to anything in the next gen, the Spider-Man to the PS4 is going to be the most obvious because how successful it was. So we might get a next-gen PS5 Spider-Man, but not one for
That
Xbox.
would be sick, I think.
I think that would make me want to check out PS5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then also, one that I was thinking about earlier was Bioshock. I want to see maybe a new... Now, I'm not going to say it needs to be a reboot, or I'm not going to say it's going to be a sequel, but what I'm saying is next-gen Bioshock, I think... would benefit Microsoft and all the game studios in the mix a bunch.
Yeah. Damn, I don't know if they're even still that company's still around.
I don't think so, but a reboot would make sense. That's why I said it that way. Yeah, they that would be interesting. I'm sure a lot of people.
I think they tried to do that with Prey because that was kind of the same.
That was the one I was trying to think of was Prey.
Yeah.
On the newest generation Prey.
That would be pretty sick.
Yeah, that one. Have you played that?
I got it on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So I've been playing it. It reminds me of a System Shock.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the same team that made BioShock, like the same people, like inspiration.
Did you get Metal Gear Survival, the newest?
No, I heard that one was really bad.
Oh, I haven't. I heard the same thing. Yeah. And I downloaded it and was like, oh, me and Ben gotta critique this shit together. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to judge the same way.
I want to go back though to what you were talking about, AVP.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like? Would you rather see Alien versus Predator, or would you rather see like a Aliens game where you're fighting aliens and Marines?
Okay, so you know the problem with AVP. I'll make this quick. I won't rant. So you know the problem with AVP games. Mainly the newer, all of them, even the older ones, Alien vs. Predator from the PC era when they made 1 and 2, and then they made the remake for 360, which I bought because it was totally worth it.
Yeah.
Is that the Marine missions totally suck unless you're online, and it's like back in the day when you were on a computer in the 90s and you would be playing late 90s, early 2000s. You would do a horde mode, right? Where it was Marines and a horde of aliens would come at you, and it was just like Halo, Infected in Halo and Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So it starts with one alien, and then it infects another, and then it's a group of them, right? And I had not got to play that game mode in for fucking ever, and it's amazing. When you get to a corner that is perfectly fit for 10 Marines to sit into a corner, and you're like, I got this for days.
Perfect.
Yeah, and you're like, I got this for days, and then one fucking alien crawls through on the ceiling and annihilates one guy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, your squadron's weaker. Oh, dude.
Shoot up,
what I want to see is, in the next AVP game, I want to see longer Predator and Alien modes, and if you're going to fucking force us with DLC, stick us with the Marine Survival DLC, where the Marines have to fend off from aliens or Predators, and you guys are grouped up in an area, and you're just shooting down hundreds of them at a time that are other players. Dude. I guarantee you that you're going to get all of a sudden more enthusiastic DLC people. You know, where they're like, oh, fuck. Because I have the AVP game, and I have beaten the Alien mode and the Predator career, both of them, and I don't even want to play the Marine mode.
No.
It's not out of like...
You said this was the 360?
360 one, yeah. The one you showed me, you rented it from Game Crazy one day, and you were like, hey, you're a big fan, check this out. And I was like, oh, I hate the jumping. I remember this.
And now I love it, though. I don't remember.
You know, I love the jumping. Now I'm like, the jumping in this game is...
I was made for this game.
Yeah, dude, when I played it, dude, I ran through it, and I stopped at Marines. But AVP would be a great one. That's a personal bias, though, that we're never going to see.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see it until when the console's hype is run down.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Now, what about a Dragon Ball Z game on the next gen?
What
would you like to see from that? What's some things that you're like, I'm lacking in my new gameplay from Dragon Ball FighterZ from what's the one where you would go online, one Xenoverse. Yeah, what are things those games are lacking that you want to see in the next gen if they make a Dragon Ball Z, and they will make a Dragon Ball Z game on the next gen.
You see, that one's a really tough one for me. Will probably has all the answers for this one, to be honest.
I want to hear some of yours though. What are you thinking? What are you missing from Dragon Ball FighterZ? Do you want to see in a new FighterZ game on next gen?
Just one-on-one fighting.
What do you mean?
So you just be able to fight one-on-one without... So if you want to do 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 13.
Okay, yeah.
So if like, it just... Because you could do 1v1, but you die as fast as you do. So like, you know... I'd be like... Quick. Yeah, so because it's, you know what I mean? It's meant to be like that. So you're like swapping out, trying to heal, trying to be strategic, trying to... Okay. You know what I mean? But I'm not like Will. I love the fighting games. I don't like Xenoverse. If I had to do something with Xenoverse,
I bought Xenoverse.
Yeah,
I hated it.
Yeah,
I was pissed.
It was cool.
It was $60. It was cool for the first day.
Yeah, it was one of those games you just play, And then after, like you said, like the first couple of days, you're like,
Yeah, you're done.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you're like, this
what
is
am I
the same
doing?
shit every day, and I'm not finding anybody really.
The only thing you'd want to play that game is just to get really good or just like troll people
No,
online. You know what I mean?
It's either for trolling or storytelling of how much you love Dragon Ball Z. You're following the story, so you're like, I'm gonna stick with this game and see where it goes. And
the thing is, though,
the story's weak, but
there's not one company that handles Dragon Ball Z.
Might be for the better.
True, but like you get Shonen Jump Force that has Dragon Ball Z characters. They look weird. You get Arxis or I think it's called Arc. The people who make the fighter games, they're at that fighting engine. You have that, and you have people who make Xenoverse.
Okay.
And
then
you have this other one that just came out for the Wii.
So they split.
But it's all. I guess it is all Bandai, but at the same time, it's like
they split
Bandai.
Different studios.
They're like the funders, pretty much. They're like, here's the money, fucking make a Dragon Ball Z game. You know,
Yeah.
like, here's the rights.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Or like, you bought the rights. Here we go. We'll loan you the money.
Do you think that we're ever gonna see? Dragon Ball Z has a kind of a recipe that they follow with games. The recipe is that they're going to pick a storyline, a story arc. They're going to pick a specific time or setting and go, this is when the game is. Here's the style of the game. It's fighting or it's exploring or it's online, whatever, right? Do you think we're ever going to see a solo game about a certain character or any characters in the time being? Like, imagine, like, Dragon Ball Z, Goku's Path.
If
Dragon Ball
did,
Z, Dragon Ball Z, Piccolo's Destruction.
Honestly, if they ever do, or when they ever do, to correct myself, is they're just gonna make it go from Dragon Ball to Z, and then probably branch off to go like to Super, to GT,
I see.
to all like
Sick
Heroes, all those alternate timelines,
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Have you noticed that Microsoft on our Xboxes have been promoting Dragon Ball Super lately? In the store?
Even on YouTube.
Yeah, they've been promoting hard.
When the Broly movie came out, I was promoting. I was like,
yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
I was like, when did this become cool?
Yeah, it's weird to me because hearing you and Will. It's weird to me. Like I got this insight to it. That's awesome, dude. Damn, I like that. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a double-edged sword because you get people who don't know or are new to it but don't really know what the whole thing is. Like, you know, and I know there's people out there who claim they've been watching Z since they were little kids, but
you can always tell.
Yeah,
you can always tell. Like if me and you were talking, I pretended you'd be
because
like, I knew.
when it comes to me and Will's a little different because Will knows about a lot of animes. And I only know about like popular animes and certain like underground animes. And sometimes I know stuff he doesn't even know. So.
Yeah, hell yeah. I know.
He's like,
I catch it.
And then I show him, he's like, nah, I don't watch it.
Fucking will. What do you say we do?
He's like, nah, that's just shit.
Yeah, that's crap. No, I know how it be. That's awesome, dude.
But,
fucking A.
If there was any... I mean, it's really hard to really make a Dragon Ball Z game, especially when every game that comes out follows the storyline.
What's your ideal dream game? What's your dream game from Dragon Ball Z? One that you'd be like, it's the San Andreas of GTA. It's the San Andreas of
just give me like
Dragon Ball.
Like, if you can, just give me 3 galaxies and the Heffel or Hell and the, you know what I mean, the app, like when he dies, give me those like 3 or 4 places I can go to that are huge. Like, you can give me like 10 planets in each one and let me be any character I want to be. Maybe I can create a character, whatever, but like if I want to be Frieza and be like, go to Earth when Goku's fighting, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, let me do whatever, like interrupt any fight and change the timeline anytime I want. But it's so hard. It's so weird. Like,
imagine playing a game where your decisions completely affect the timeline for everybody playing online.
It'd literally just be a random...
Holy shit, good idea, man.
It'd literally just be like a random generator game where it's like, okay, I could... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's really hard. Honestly.
It would be hard, but with next gen, we're expecting more than fucking, you put on goggles and you get to see sword fights.
With some of those things, sword fights.
Yeah.
Oh, you see the CSGO one, though?
Ah.
The VR CSGO? Some of that shit, like the pro shit, though, is hella funny because It'd be like, there's one where a guy was like, he killed a couple people and then he turned around, and when he turned around, the dude with the VR, because everybody's playing VR, he grabbed the guy's gun and took the clip out.
Oh, no
And
shit!
he was like, the guy was looking at him like, he's like, what the fuck? And he stabbed him in the face or something. So you could like disarm. This is old. This is like
That's hella dope,
when VR and CS:GO
dude, that's
first came
hella
out.
dope.
But it was when I saw, it, I was like, oh, that's pretty tight.
That's pretty dope, dude. That's
I
pretty
was
dope.
like, he's like, huh? What the fuck? Because he turned around, and he saw him, and he's like, he just happened to look,
Yeah.
and he just slid off. He's like. He's like, what the fuck? You just got stabbed.
That's so good. That's good gaming.
Right.
That's good gaming.
Question I wanted to ask you: what's a game that you remember spending hours on, like a video game? And we probably talked about this because I know you played A11.
You mean like just? Can you be more specific?
So, like a video game that you remember when you were younger, like a console, PC, any of those online games that you played and you were able to just sit there and be like,
And just play over and over and over.
yeah.
All right. Do you have an answer to this, by the way?
I have one that because I have old ones and I have new ones, but
Okay, I'm gonna answer mine first, but I just wanted to make sure because I don't want to waste your time. So I have one, and then I can't remember the name of the other one. That's what pisses me off. I'm like, it doesn't count if I can't remember the name of it. But I'll try to like.
I remember you used to play Half-Life a lot.
Okay, so one of them.
Well, I'll say Super Mario World 3 for me.
You want to see that?
No, when I was younger, like that's the one I played. Like wait. That's the one, like a game that I played a lot when I was.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see. I was gonna say, I would like to see a game like StarCraft, Brood Wars. Remember, like the old strategy game over the top. I'd like to see that remade. We haven't gotten it yet. Unfortunately, we got a good Doom, which was awesome, but we haven't got a good Duke Nukem. Not yet.
we haven't got. That's a good one, dude.
So I'll say
I forgot
this,
about that.
yeah,
Honestly,
Duke Nukem would be one that I'm on that. I'd be about that. But every time they remake it, it's like they remake it inspired on the old one, and it's like,
yeah, it's
you guys are
pretty.
being lazy.
You know what's funny is I remember in the N60, it's Duke Nukem 64 or something like that, and there's a cheat code where you can just not die.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, God mode.
if you jump off the roof and you die, and you look at your character in the mirror, he's like, like they're literally like spatting out blood.
Hey.
I wanted to ask you though, what's one that you remember buying or playing, and you're like, I'm fucking severely disappointed in this game. I can't believe I bought this game or rented this game.
Old, new, or what?
Anything.
Any game? Whoo! Oh, I got.
Give me a recent one and then give me an old one.
Oh,
If you can.
Oh, I can't. I was disappointed in myself when I bought Mortal Kombat 10 because I am a guy who used
Yeah.
to play games on the hardest setting until Mortal Kombat 10. I just wanted to make sure my audio was picking that up. Mortal Kombat 10 on the hardest is like fucking me too hashtag. Like, it's horrible. Like, it's not fucking fun. That's my new game when I bought it that pissed me off probably the most in the last like 5 years, where I was like, fuck this game.
Yeah.
I'm so mad, dude. As far as new games that go that I bought that I was most disappointed in, to stay relevant to the conversation and the 2019s, World War Z. World War Z. I'm most disappointed in that game because it started out amazing and now it's straight trash. Old games, you know where I don't know how to answer which old game I'm most disappointed about.
Here it comes. We all came back.
So Ben has bought every game known to man, almost on 360. Like, he has a huge collection of video games. So Ben let me check out GTA San Andreas. That is the game that I have been most disappointed in, that I loved as a kid, that I fucking hate as an adult. The aiming is garbage.
Yeah,
the running around is garbage. The driving is like, why did I ever talk shit about GTA 4? And like, the whole game
To be
is...
honest, though, I could still play that game.
It's amazing. it's an amazing game, but
It is pretty shitty.
my god,
it's
dude!
very
Like,
dated, but
the controls are so dated.
Yeah.
That answers my. What about you? What are your like old, new, most disappointing games?
the most recent one I can't even think of.
Start older if you can.
So older. So the oldest I can remember, but I never bought it. I just remember playing it, and it was on the Nintendo. Because I remember my brother got a Nintendo when I was like a little baby, and I just remember being like 4 years old playing it, and
Oh shit, that's old. Yeah, that's.
it was Back to the Future.
Oh, not the Telltale.
No, dude, this
Not
is
Telltale. This is old.
Telltale
This is
didn't
old.
exist.
This is old.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
Nintendo,
my
yeah.
bad. My bad. Oh, it was like because the Telltale series
and
is
it's
semi good.
It's not even all you have to do. It's like top down. It's like if you showed somebody a picture of Back to the Future and then just made it off the title and cover. Then you have to collect clocks. You're skateboarding, collecting clocks, and then you jump into the DeLorean. But you like it's top down and it was just horrible. Like I can't even explain it. It was just bad.
I don't want to see that. No. Would you ever see a Paperboy remade?
That would be pretty cool.
Like, how would you want Paperboy to be remade? Like, what would be fun in
Paperboy.
2020, say, because you have a year. We won't say 2019, but say in 2020 they were like, hey, Shnerdcast, we're making a Paperboy. What is your example of a perfect fucking Paperboy?
That's a really hard question.
Would you still want it to be side-scroller? Otherwise, I don't imagine that game being made any good. Like, any
Yeah,
other
a lot of
way.
those older games would be really hard to make. I feel like that'd be like one of a game to make in like VR or something.
Yeah, because like they tried to remake duck hunting with deer hunting and real life hunting, and it's kind of like this is sad. Like
Yeah,
go out and
it's more
really
for those
hunt.
people who really like to play those like hunt. And do
Yeah,
that.
either go out and really hunt or shut the fuck up. Like those games are kind of like. I don't really accept them. But
There's one game I remember vividly, and I bought it, and I was hating myself because it was just Royal Humans. Funny enough,
no shit, why?
but it was for the Wii. But this was
What? This is kind of like.
this was like
is
2007, 2008.
So
this
is this like when Spider-Man Web of Shadows
Yes.
came out and it was different
Yes.
on PlayStation 2
Yes.
than it was on PC?
exactly?
Oh! Go on.
Because
Tell us.
Okay, let me say this. This is you got people I remember. This is like 10 years ago, so it was like 2008, 2009, probably even before that. This was a while ago, and this is when the Wii first came out. 360. This is when 360 was only like 10 gigs, like the biggest hard drive, and you're like, whoa, 10 gigs, and everything was fine because GameCube, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything kept up, like Nintendo kept up with everything, all the systems, and they had Resident Evil 4 on the Wii, so it looked beautiful. Like it
I
ran perfect.
remember because me and you, we would go. I lived in Folsom, I think, at that time, and I would come over and you'd be like, "Dude, you need to check out this game on Wii. Like,
Yeah,
it's
dude.
hella dope."
So I was like, this is a pretty powerful console, and there's some other games I played on it that was pretty impressive for the time, and I played Destroy All Humans, dude, and it was like literally the maximum, like 5 of this, like, NPCs. It was
Yeah.
shitty graphics, so choppy, and
You tell me it's like an arcade game.
arcade games make more money than that.
You can put more money into an arcade game than you did that game on
Dude,
Wii.
that's something you buy and you return right away. You don't even give a fuck.
Did you think?
$20
Did you think that there were a lot of games like that at that time?
for the Wii? Yes.
What can you name another one if you have the name on at the top? If you can, no pressure. Do you think like we've seen any Smash Brothers or any Mario games or any Zelda games that were like that?
Maybe like the deer hunting game for Zelda, but that was just because they're like trying to sell you the bow staff and like the Zelda. It's like it's Zelda, and you get to shoot arrows with the bow staff.
Oh yeah.
But that's not really. I can't honestly because I never bought any of those games. I kind of used it for fighting
Rightfully
games.
so, folk.
I use it for fighting games and like arcade type where you like you point it at the screen and you shoot zombies. Because I had Resident Evil,
Yeah.
Dead Space. I had a few other like shoot like arcade House of the Dead type shooters.
I didn't know that. Nice.
That's pretty much what I went for on the Wii.
So I'm curious, dude. I gotta ask. So we know that the Switch is this next gen for the fucking for the Wii and Nintendo.
Yeah.
What's your ideal next gen for Nintendo? What do you? Because Nintendo has this like notorious reputation of being like, we're gonna step it up. Yeah, dude, and it's like so everybody is making these crazy great consoles. We can't keep up. Let's make a handheld console that you can take everywhere, or motion capture.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think their next step is? What do you think Nintendo? Because we know what Xbox, we know what Sony's gonna do. We know that they're gonna bust out fucking either VR tech or crazy great graphics that have crazy distance and mapping, right? What is Nintendo gonna do? Because Nintendo comes out that left field every time.
Unless they, Nintendo's gonna be killing it no matter what because it's in Japan.
It's fucking Nintendo.
Well, it's Japan based too, so they all go crazy. Like we go crazy for like Microsoft.
Dude, we go crazy for Nintendo. You know what I mean? We really do. Like,
well, we do, but I'm talking about like over here, like
there,
Americans
yeah.
or like in America, like or the Western civilization. The Western civilization, they go more for the consoles and everything, but
you're right.
The Japanese people and like the more like western, the eastern that region, they go crazy for it, and it kills out there, dude. They buy all the accessories and all that stuff, and I don't think they'll ever go away from that because it works.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
And it works over here too because I know a lot of people in my family that Switch.
Our family too, outside of it, Cameron.
Yeah,
he's a big Nintendo supporter.
Yeah,
and he's a good fucking judge based on like he's biased on some things, but man, his fucking judgment on like the good things makes all of us always be like, oh, I want to check it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like with the Switch, the last time he was on, my favorite thing was he kept bringing things up where I was like, what? Yeah. Are you kidding me? They have that? And he's like telling me about it. I'm like, why do you care? It's like educating me, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool, dude. Like we should. I think that the next console might have a lot of excitement, but I have no idea. Like, if you were to ask me that, I would literally be like, I have no idea what they would do. What's new? Like,
but I don't think they'll switch away from that. But I think they might, if they ever wanted to, they could definitely make a powerful console that could run something really good.
Do you think they could ever do anything that beats Microsoft or Sony? Like naturally. Like, come on.
I'm gonna say no, but if they can, they have not shown it for sure.
Fuck no. I like that. I like that. Good answer, dude. Good answer, dude.
But at the same time, they're making money off all the Mario's, all the, you know what I mean?
Smash Brothers, Luigi's, fucking Samus from fucking Prime.
Melee was made like 12 years ago. And it's still getting Evo like championships and there's daily championships for Smash Bros. Too all the time.
You're right.
So
we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, well, fucking Nintendo. I didn't expect to even talk about it like that.
My bad. No, I was gonna let you go. Check it out, guys. And I'm starting it over now. What do you think of that kid, by the way? What do you think of his look there? Because you text me and you were like, oh, they made an Evil Man of Steel.
Pretty much. What does he look like? He looks like a kid from this movie. I can't even remember, but I don't mind the kid.
You don't mind how he looks? You know what he reminds me of? You remember Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, the one with Andrew Garfield? The one with Electros in it, and the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Remember the Green Goblin? He looks like a young version of the Green Goblin. Dehan, I think his name is, or Dehan. It's spelled D-E. His name is spelled D-E-H-A-A-N.
But I know who you're talking about.
So Brightburn.
Oh man, this is like Superman is.
I like that. They do. They mirror it.
That you came here for a reason.
visionary director of Guardians of the Galaxy?
He made this.
Really?
Yeah, he's pretty much said he created his own genre, super villain hero,
Come on, remember
superhero horror. I think
oh my god, though. Remember, though, that fucking M. Night Shyamalan said the same thing about Unbreakable and Glass and Split.
Yeah.
He said the same exact thing, so do we trust him?
They feel different from other kids.
He's gonna blow everybody up.
Which one is those about that?
He's a creep.
How would that hurt him if he's
Yeah, he's like
strong?
super, yeah. Oh, that's why it didn't hurt. He was like, come on, it's a girl.
Do you even know who his real mother is?
That's the guy from The Office.
Let's go.
That chick, the blonde, is from something too.
Oh, Zach and Mary make a...
Booyah.
Oh, is it?
That's just Man of Steel scene. That they come out, remember?
Is it?
No.
Oh, yeah.
They're like the Man of Steel scene.
I thought they did that in the Man of Steel.
Nah,
Did
they
they
didn't
do
do that. Nah.
This is where it gets crazy. This is where it gets dark.
Hey, who's messing with me?
That's Man of Steel shit though, right there. That's like that looks just like Kryptonian language.
Take that
The people.
like Corona.
Corona.
Look at this little fucker.
This little motherfucker right here. You see this fool chilled in the dark, and the first thought is, I'm gonna kick this fool in the balls.
Oh, dude, you're gonna be surprised what happens next.
Dude, oh shit, let's go back. Yep. Snapping that next and cashing checks.
Yeah.
One of the only people in the world that knows how special I am.
That's a fucking scary ass photo.
That is, though. That is.
Fucking Hitler shit.
That is, dude.
Passengers on board.
You guys been pissed off the wrong little kid.
Inside you. I do.
This reminds me of Chronicle, that Dane DeHaan, or DeHaan or whatever from Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, he was also in where the kids get the superpowers from the meteor.
Yeah.
This reminds me of that when he's like floating. And it's like,
God.
yeah, and he's about to fucking separate his dad, like, nutty scene. Mark Gunn, yeah, you're right, there he is from fucking Guardians of the
That's
Galaxy.
David.
Mark and David, weren't they both in?
I know the director is the guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
So where's Mark Gunn from? Why does he sound familiar?
So we're back.
Back! Sync,
yeah.
sync with the backness.
So that Brightburn, the evil Superman.
Shit, it was gnarly.
That's General Zod pretty much getting
It
delivered
is
to.
General Zod fucking live screen. I love it.
So what happens is it shows it crash lands on Earth. He's there, and then all that stuff happens. Go for it. Yeah. So it shows him pretty much kind of grow up, and he's always felt different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when so it showed that scene. He crushed that girl's hand, and her mom was hella pretty much pressing him. He was like, "Oh, he has to get out of here. He's all bad. All that stuff. Blah blah blah." And that's when you see her kill her.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes the stuff out of her eye, like the glass falls in her fucking retina and her fucking all that shit.
Oh,
Pulls it out.
Yeah.
So that was pretty bad.
That was gnarly. That was Narbar.
Yeah, and so his dad. So I didn't see the whole thing, but his dad takes him on a hunt and he shoots him in the back of the head. He's just a little kid, and the kid's like, hell, grabs the back of his head and he turns around and he gives him a look like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
He's like, you try to kill me? And then he disappears and he like puts on his mask, that little fucking
That crazy mask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's like hello fucking without
Oh
disappearing.
shit.
And he grabs the dad by like the shoulder and he's like, don't do it, I'm sorry. And he lasers his face and it fucking makes a gaping hole in his
You
face.
see, this reminds me of Chronicle.
Yeah,
It does. 'Cause
I
he
mean-
kills his dad in that too.
really, just like that.
Chronicle, and not just like that.
But
He-
it's like trying to
there's
kill
two
him.
scenes. Yeah, he like throws him into a fire. He blows him up, and then in the other scene, he pulls him apart like a spider, one leg at a time. Yeah, they did two different scenes for that movie. Yeah, they didn't go with the original, the leg scene. They went with the stupider choice.
But so he ends up killing a bunch of people in town, and towards the end, he picks up his mom because I think the mom tries to kill him with something. I didn't really see that because I didn't watch the movie. I just watched a bunch of spoilers, but they said the mom tried to kill him with the like a medal of the craft that he was delivering.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
Yeah. No shit.
And then he that's when he starts fucking with her, like flying through the building.
Yeah.
And then he picks her up at the end and flies hella far. And she says something like I still believe in you, and he just drops her.
Woo! He gives her the 1-2 buckle my shoe, mom.
And then right after he drops her, a plane flies up like close to him. It's like whoo, and then it just like he like flies towards it.
Oh
and
shit!
And then when it showed him eating the food in the ambulance, there's like only one survivor, and he's just saying like.
Oh,
it's like there's no
God.
Casualties and everything.
I want to watch that shit now.
It sounds pretty crazy.
Yeah,
huh?
it sounds dope. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so they made it seem like they might, if they do, they probably could make a second one.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I would like to see that story.
It kind of reminded me of Looper. You know
Don't
what I
say
mean?
that.
How like a lot of people hated that movie, but it was how he killed himself to not create the most strongest person ever.
Yeah, that's right. I have to watch it.
Bruce Willis was like,
That's true. Hell yeah. Fucking A, man. No, I don't know. I'm excited about Brightburn. I've been excited about it for a while. That was the one that we texted about.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh shit, I've been watching stuff about this, but I didn't know where it was going to go.
yeah, I saw like a commercial for it on like late night television.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? I didn't even know what it was, but I watched it and I was like, damn, it's pretty fucking crazy. Like I watched the spoilers and everything.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited about that movie too. I also want to see
I just want to talk about Terminator after this.
Terminator? The new
trailer.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to watch it real quick?
Terminator trailer. What's crazy,
Dark
just so people
Fate.
know, this one, so Terminator 3, Salvation, Terminator 4, and the reboot after that, that never happened. So this is
They're going raw.
So this is supposed to be exactly like sometime after Sarah Connor in Terminator 2.
That's not good, guys.
Connor, I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's all bad. I did it. I did it.
I had this nice, simple life. Now it's a nightmare.
You sound like the DJ back
You know what,
there, bro.
you want to? Oh, that's it.
Oh, it is a 20th Century
Yeah.
Fox movie. Oh, I didn't know that.
So look at the new Terminator. Is nothing wrong with it, but it's a chick.
Alright, that's okay. I can deal with it. Is she cute? No.
It's supposed to be the girl from.
Oh, it's two of them. It's like the guy who... Whoa! Okay, that was fucking... Oh my god, is he making a weapon?
So there's two of him, I guess. There's like a physical form and a like outer form, like the, you know what I mean?
Whoa, what the fuck?
So there's like a.
What are we watching?
So there's a Terminator and the T-1000 version, both from the same person.
I know that Arnold was in it, right?
Yeah, and look at this, Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor. I'm just gonna say Sarah Connor just to be safe.
The big fucking gun.
Blade Runner. She's from the new Blade Runner.
Oh, is that where her... Okay, I
That
see.
her, the Terminator too.
Oh, I see.
It's the brow.
Miss Sarah Connor.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Like you before. Almost human.
Oh, shit.
Is that when she
She
first comes?
fucked that fool
That
up. And
was
it
bad.
is when she first comes. We gotta know that. That's for sure.
Happens to her. Because I was her.
This thing doesn't make sense though. Arnold's an old man. Or the Terminator. Wait, didn't they?
Remember, it mimics human skin. So they age,
Wait.
their skin will age.
Those ones. That one wasn't canon though. The newer one.
Fuck no, because after the fourth salvation,
But
things change.
remember in the end of the second one? Wait, hold on. Ooh.
So what's happening there? Because it looks like a factory still is operated by humans. You see that?
I don't think.
This looks like just like the same graphics as Salvation.
Yeah, I think because remember in the second one he ends up putting himself in the lava.
Yes, yeah, because he kills himself that way.
The third one.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
No, you're good. So after the third one, this is technically supposed to be. After the second one, sorry. After the second one, this is technically supposed to be the third one. The third Terminator in the series.
Oh, man.
That's
they're,
canon.
They're running so lucid with
Yeah.
this shit. Man, I don't know if...
They tried to use a famous Game of Thrones character a few years ago, and that didn't work.
I didn't like Salvation. I think that they're running pretty loose with this one. They're running pretty loose with the bullshit.
Yeah.
With Terminator, as good as it can be.
What if Arnold?
By the way, we're dying in this studio.
I know, right?
Now, dude, it's hot as fuck in this motherfucker.
I have one loose theory. What if Arnold is John Connor in the future? Like,
oh shit! It's
probably
based
not,
on him,
but
dude. Okay, we're calling it just in case if fucking Arnold
Just a
ends up
loose
being
theory.
John Cooner, then he is the one, dude. It's not good, dude. It's not good. This heat is making me.
I know.
Poor dog back here is fucking dying of
Somebody's
hyperventilation.
like John Cooner, like you're sticking in my back, you're sticking in my butt or somewhere.
He's a prison affiliate for sure. A fucking white supremacist.
Oh, dude.
It's not good, dude. It's an alternate version of fucking
John Cooner.
Oh man.
Let's make robots.
Oh man.
Boy.
So you want to call this one an ends for this episode,
Yeah,
and then we come back to it?
We have enough.
It's our Shnerdcast.
Check it out, Shnerd.